Hello again, and welcome to another Here's a Strong Quick Tip. Today I wanted to talk about the value of forcing the enemies to respond to you, which could be split pushing, taking an objective, threatening core, etc., etc. The whole point is you want to create a situation where the enemy team has to respond to you in some way, or they're going to lose more in resources. And so today I wanted to take an example from Volskaya Factory where we will not be looking at a tank. We'll be looking at our flex player, Stark, playing a split push Sonya. And so what we're doing is we're essentially holding this top section with our crew. You'll notice our Brightwing just phased in. Originally, he was just pushing bot. So we're doing two things. We're putting pressure on mid with Sonya, taking forward and such, and we're getting catapult pressure bot. And what we're doing is we're just playing in such a way that we're keep pushing into the enemy comp and forcing them to stick around. And you'll see, for the most part, their comp wants to fight in one place. And so as a result, they finally have to break someone off to go deal with Stark, who's been pushing up, clearing the way for this one kata to pressure core. And so what's happening now is he's winning this 1v1. And to our opponent's credit, they're playing on a MacBook, which, is like 20 frames per second or something. So normally it's not going to go this well. Stark gets the Brightwing phase, so he's able to just stay here and keep pushing. And what ends up happening is just because of the Sonya and this catapult, we get a keep while we've just been holding them on this objective. And so up here, we're not really accomplishing much. I'm literally just moshing to hopefully stall and get these towers, and maybe get towers shooting them. But it's okay. We traded a person and a few heroics for an entire keep, which is the best case scenario for this protector, by the way. And so now we're like, well, what are we doing? At first, Sonya's coming back to help us defend, but now we see this person mid, we can just run them down, and he immediately goes back to doing what he did before, which is split pushing. And then we come in as a team, we completely ignore what this protector's doing, we come in as a team and kill them when they go and defend. And so now at this point, what they have to do to not lose is get out of the protector, out of range, and hearth. But they're still trying to defend with just one person. And we're just going to end the game right now because they couldn't hold and their protector did that. And they know that, and that's why they're not doing anything now. It's because they know their core's dead. But it's just an example of the most extreme version of split pushing, where our Sonya is forcing the enemy team to respond, and they tried to respond with the minimal amount, which is D.Va, and because D.Va was losing that 1v1, they didn't send extra help until it was nearly too late. And even if they hadn't gotten ganked here, what would have happened is we would have been able to essentially negate the entire protector for basically nothing. But instead, because it took them so long to send help, and because also our comp has a Brightwing, so in other words, we can send somebody to help globally, which is a huge help, as you saw throughout the game. Because we have this setup, it allows us to easily get on this Stukov and keep everyone alive instead of having a 20% Sonya. And so it's just something to keep in mind, that even when giving objectives, you can still force responses and get pressure elsewhere. And if that pressure is not responded to, you can win the game off it. So just something to keep in mind. Not everything has to be all or nothing in terms of contesting and forcing responses. If you forced a big response, or say 3 people hearth to go deal with this instead, and they just gave up this objective or some time on this objective, that is similarly good. It just so happens this was the best case result where they didn't respond enough in kind, and we got the kills we needed to just end the game. All right, I hope that helps, and have a great day.